Chuniplani, connect with people, shaya abantu, ringa nabantu, hlanganisa man, you know. So they call us crazy, they call us unorthodox, they call us douchebags, they call us all these different names, right? Because we don't fit into the system. I think we are creative people and we believe in ourselves and we believe we can change the world just using our minds and connecting people and just, we actually can shift the world. So if you think you're crazy, yes, you are crazy. If they call you crazy, don't be mad at them, it's okay. There's people like us in this world. You know, and we're not the easiest people to employ, but we gotta employ ourselves then. And then working my way up, getting into YFM through the talent search competition, I got on and I did the graveyard slot for 2 years at YFM without getting paid. That's all I needed. That's all you needed as an entrepreneur, just a small opportunity. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You gotta create an opportunity for yourself. You gotta create something out of the little that you have. If you don't have anything, create something out of the little that you have. That's how entrepreneurs think, and that's how we operate, and that's who we are. Stop complaining, stop pointing fingers, make something happen. But abur maka plan, chuni plan indoda, chuni plan indoda, chuni plan, connect with people, shaya abantu, ringa nabantu, hlanganisa man, you know. You can't just be sitting back and complaining and waiting for the opportunity to come. No opportunity is coming. You gotta get up and go look for opportunities. That's the type of person I am. So I've always been like that myself as well. Just wanted to get an education, wanted to better myself. Campus Radio YFM, graveyard slot 2 years. From graveyard slot, look for agencies, got onto television, started presenting TV shows, and then I started understanding the value of self-worth. I started understanding what branding is. Started a record label. I think it was early 2000s. Some of you guys know TS Records, right? I started TS Records with a friend of mine. His name is TK. I was very young. I was 21 years old, just a kid. You know, when I see the likes of Abosi, I get excited because you gotta start young. Entrepreneurship is good when you start young. The reason why Indians are good at it, Jews are good at it, because they introduce their kids from an early age. And you know, they grow up within that culture of running the family business. And they just become better as they get older. So entrepreneurship should be imparted to our kids from an early age. So if you've got a child like I do, I've got a 4-year-old kid, you gotta start teaching them entrepreneurship from an early age or expose them to it. Even though they don't become entrepreneurs when they grow up, but it's an important thing for them to learn that you gotta have the skill of creating things for yourself. You gotta have the skill of negotiating. You gotta have the skill to close. You gotta have the skill to look for opportunities. And just in a nutshell, in these 39 years that I've lived, been able to run an independent record label TK successfully. If you hear brands like Zahara, Ntantla Mafigizolo, Pro, Zegezeg, Ntando, Brown Dash, may his soul rest in peace. Those are some of the artists that I've been able to help or contribute, build to become the names that they are in the industry today. That's a record label that I started running at age 21. Made a lot of mistakes, bought sports cars, owed the taxman, didn't run the business efficiently with my partner, but we learned how to run a business. Was very successful at it. It was an independent record label, but the money management part of it sucked. It was bad. But as I've gotten older and started other businesses, I've learned how to work with other people that, you know, can help us become better. Because us entrepreneurs our mind is all over the show. And a lot of the things that we start, we really can't run them. We start things, but that's why it's important for us to have the right partners. That's what entrepreneurs do. Entrepreneurs see opportunities when other people don't. Entrepreneurs risk. We're risk takers. It brings me to innovation. It's very important for us to innovate, guys. That's why it brings me joy to be in a room like this where they're telling me that's the games room. They're telling me young entrepreneurs come here during the week. They use the Wi-Fi. They use this as an office space. They connect with other like-minded young people. We have to innovate. Technology allows us to innovate. Entrepreneurs do that. When you're shifted from a comfort zone, when you've got your back against the wall, you have to use your mind, think. Even if you don't have the money to start whatever your dream is, you're an entrepreneur. That's why there's these types of sessions, so you can network, so you can have relationships, so you can be able to speak to different people. If the government can't find you, if the banks can't find you, if the government agencies and institutions can't find you, then what do? You go look for funding. But it doesn't mean that if you don't get the funding, then you're not gonna go ahead with your ideas. You gotta move ahead somehow. When we started with Tony, I didn't even have a single cent, but we've got a radio station that's running. It tells you that we're able to put people together around the table, tap into the value that you think you have as an entrepreneur, and how do you put that on the table, and how do you communicate what value you have, and what can you put onto the table? Hello, baby. I'm so drawn to little girls. My girl is almost the same age, she's 4. So for me, having worked on television and radio, I used that and I said, okay, so I've got some sort of value, and I think I can translate this value that I have into building businesses that are gonna be, my daughter was saying on the video, legacy. Building a legacy, right? So right now, we've got over 40 young people that are at Massive Metro on a daily basis, creating content, learning about the media, learning about broadcasting, learning about digital, etc. On a daily basis, they're there. We're taking interns as well. So me getting fired opened an opportunity for somebody else to get employed, and me getting fired, getting together with bright minds like Tony, we created employment for over 40 other people. So sometimes what you think may be your misfortune, it may be your opportunity. So as an entrepreneur, that's how you gotta think. The glass is always half full, not half empty. No matter how bad the situation is, you gotta always try and look at the positive, or just always try and turn it around. How do you turn this thing around? How do you turn it around? How do you turn it around? You gotta always turn situations around.